Hello. Hello. Why can't I hear you?
Hello.
Oh, there you go. I was a bit panicky then. I'm like, I can't hear him. Where is he? Right. I will add Mr. Piotrowski. Add. He's still there?
Yep.
Oh, what's going on?
Muted.
That's why it sounded a bit odd. Hello.
Yeah, what? Yo, what? Yo, what? Yo.
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 What?
You heard the hum, right?
No, I didn't hear any hum. I listened back and I couldn't hear anything.
You guys are insane.
Did you hear any hum, Chinny?
Didn't listen to the show.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's one vote for and one vote against. We're at a stalemate.
I'll be honest, I
Listeners,
didn't.
You write in and tell us what you heard.
I didn't listen to the whole show, but obviously I listened to it while I was sorting it out, and I could not
the first
hear.
10 minutes, I hope
anything.
if you did. You heard the hum.
I didn't hear a hum. I don't know, man. I just don't know.
What to tell you? There's a hum.
Okay, I don't know what to say.
I'm not going to have it on my desk while I'm doing the show. It's over here on the other desk, so you
I
can't.
didn't hear no hum. You know.
There's a hum.
There was no hum. There was no hum. There was no ham. There was no hum.
Ham.
I don't know. I just took that in there.
Open your ass!
How's everybody doing?
All right. I'm going to put the stream on for E3 while we're recording, just in case something amazing happens.
What?
That was the
watching a stream while we're doing the show.
That was what I was going to suggest. Is that we have it? I have it on as well, and
Yeah,
if
you
anything
you
pops up.
I am
better
not
on it.
watching no E3 stream during the show. I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm only keeping an eye out. That's all. In case he announced a new console or whatever that supposedly
Fine.
might be announcing or whatever. You know, it's just started as well, so it's ideal. Start the show, start the stream. Oh, it's on. They're on. There's stuff going on.
Yeah, they've already shown the Outer Worlds and Ninja Theory.
Oh, the Outer Worlds. I bought that last week.
So are we ready to start?
I think so.
How did you buy it?
It's on the Epic Game Store.
Show, bitch.
Warning!
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Chinny, other fellas will tell you about.
I'm not gonna get interrupted by stupid sound effects.
News, reviews, and an indie pick.
I don't. You see.
You see?
It's the veteran gamers.
Jesus, oh how I love you, Jesus! This guy's an idiot.
It's the veteran gamers.
Oh man, you guys, this party's gonna be crazy go nuts.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
In a recent survey, 9 out of 10 zombies preferred the Veteran Gamers podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 492 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yeah, 492. We're coming with the facts that are true.
And I'm
Duke.
Stu. No, you had to do that, man. It rhymes.
Yeah, I'm Duke.
Yes.
There you go. We are coming live while Xbox is live and everybody's live because it's Xbox and stuff.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. F it. Do it live. I can
Yeah,
write it and we'll do it live.
And we got some bad news,
Fucking
people.
thing sucks.
We got some bad news. There's never going to be any more music on the Veteran Gamers podcast ever again. Uh-oh, those 3 notes, that's music. I better not play that ever again. Oh, those people booing kind of sounds like, oh, that's...
Why don't you? Can we still use that at the end? Is that allowed?
Oh, we better not. No music ever.
Yeah, because Chinny
Yeah.
said no, because he's
That's
making
fine.
10p every month.
Well, I
He's
think the
got
ending,
bucks.
the ending
Addicted
music
to making
works
money off
fine.
this.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's old
Yeah,
enough and
that's okay.
obscure enough that no one knows what it is.
Yeah, not like all the music I play, which is state of the art. This is
Yeah,
public
I don't-
track from 1983.
I don't think we've had a copyright claim for Why Don't You just yet, but you
No.
never know.
I don't want you.
By the way, it's the Willow of the Wisps or whatever at the moment, I think. Is that
What?
what's on? On the
You're
Xbox.
not going to be
I'm
just
Stu.
talking
commentary.
about E3
Stu.
while we're doing the show.
Wow.
Stu,
I thought
Stu,
you put it on in
Stu.
case there's something special.
Duke, Stu, shut up.
What?
Right.
What?
So, despite what you think, Duke, people do care about E3 and what
Yeah,
we
they
think
do.
of it. Stu,
Yeah.
All right, what you need
Yes.
to do is set up the fact a little bit more eloquently. That hey,
Okay.
everybody listening to the show,
There's-
thank you so
there's
much
a
for listening.
thing
Well, no,
flying
I'll
on
do
an
it now.
owl.
I'll do it now. Stop. All right, thank you so
go,
Stu.
Go, release
Wow,
date. Release
Stu,
date.
Stu.
There's a release date.
Shut
What?
up, Stuart.
Thank you very much for listening to this shitty show. As we record this, the E3 Xbox conference is going on at the same time, and at the moment they've shown some trailers for the Outer Worlds, which is the Fallout people's sort of Obsidian, their side project or main new game, and Bleeding Edge.
I need to check what I've got then, because I thought it was the Outer Worlds. Maybe it isn't.
No,
Hold up.
Outer Wilds maybe is what you've got.
I've got a what?
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Shut up. And then Ninja Theory just announced Bleeding Edge, which is kind of like an online combat slash 'em up thing.
4x4 people.
Yeah, and now the makers of Minecraft are just showing a trailer that's kind of like a Minecraft-looking dungeon crawler. And
Really?
It looks like Minecraft, but it's a
Jake's got
dungeon
new
crawler.
game?
Yeah, it is. No, I've heard about this. Was leaked. Everything's been pretty much leaked.
Wow.
I recommend. I'm going to keep bringing up this E3 conference, so you might as well have it in the background, Duke. I'm afraid.
Can I just say, by the way, the game I purchased was called The Outer Wilds.
Outer
So
Wilds,
it's
yeah.
Very similar name. Very similar.
That's a different game. That's where you fly
Different,
around planets and
completely
stuff.
Yeah.
The Outer Worlds is
Yes.
made by Obsidian, who made Fallout New Vegas, and it's pretty much
They did.
Fallout New Vegas. But the big thing in the Outer Worlds is that you can kill everyone, even
Everybody.
NPC
So, yeah.
givers.
Take
A finite amount of NCPs, if I remember rightly.
NPCs, non-player characters. Come on.
So now
NCP.
you can
NCP,
sporadically
so-
bring up the press conference now that people know that we're...
Spencer!
But the thing is, Stu, you can't just say things that you're looking at.
I can. I
Right.
just
Great
did.
book
I
for
just
the
did, man. What are you talking about?
Right, because you've got to say, oh, Phil Spencer have just come out.
Oh,
Now,
okay,
what's
then.
he going to talk about? You can't just go,
Ooh.
Phil Spencer. Like, that's just an idiot.
Cheers and applause. Is
You do. You literally just did the thing that I told you not to do.
Oh, sorry. Okay, anyway, whatever. Yeah, we should talk sort of normal stuff for a bit. If something exciting happens, then we'll move over to E3.
They're like
That's
Phil
cool.
Spencer coming on the screen. Phil Spencer.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, how are you guys? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Do you
Fine.
know, I've got to say, E3, I haven't been terribly bothered, to be honest.
There was the
Nope.
EA one, wasn't there?
Yeah, I
that's
watched a little
been-
bit. I watched, obviously, the Star Wars thing.
Yeah, I thought something interesting about the Star Wars one is that I was watching it, and I only watched like a bit of it. I didn't watch it all, but I was like, right, Uncharted and Star Wars, got it. And then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got out, and then I looked at it and got bored, right? And I was like, this is probably gonna be great. Like, I'm probably gonna play this. It's probably gonna be great. Forrest Whitaker's in it for some reason. It's all fine, and then I started to think. I don't get blown away by something that's just great. Great isn't great enough, right? If a game is like all
true.
spandal, all like sparks and fly, all these effects, and plus you can never trust an E3 trailer. It's like complete bollocks. But like if the game is great, like technically great, like that's a given now. That's the bar that like people like Uncharted have like set. The real difference is story. Like, how well does it carry the
agree.
story? And I don't trust the Star Wars franchise to tell me a very good story that I haven't heard from Star Wars.
I mean, Respawn are making it. Obviously, did Titanfall 2, and Apex Legends, so they've got pedigree. But and obviously, Titanfall 2 is a pretty good story, so people like the story in that. So they've got a chance, I guess.
they got a
but I
chance, but
wasn't-
the Star Wars universe is really boring.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I wasn't.
Excuse you. There's awesome things in the Star Wars universe. I don't know why you got to be hating.
Yeah, but the actual mission that it showed was going to free Wookiees. Who have been-
Kashyyyk's an important planet. There you go, Star Wars people. I'm on your side. I know what's up. Go Wookiees. What?
I guess. I don't know. I'm with you, Chinny. I thought it looked fine. You know,
But like
technically,
like
it looked pretty
it looked great. I was like, this
Yeah,
looks
it did,
great.
did,
But
did.
it's just jumping around and stuff.
And it felt a little bit like every other game with special powers, but in this one it's the Force that gives you all those special powers that are very similar to everything else that was in Spider-Man and Assassin's Creed and pretty much every other game that's had
came
special
before all
powers.
those things, so Star Wars deserves to use them. The other games ought to be paying rent.
I guess, but the trouble is all those other games came first.
Star Wars, actually, not the game, but the movie franchise. The Force came before all those other games.
I know. I get where you're coming from. But as a gamer, we've played all that stuff already. So I'm not saying that Star Wars didn't do it
I didn't care for Force Unleashed, so I'm just being a jerk.
I know. Yeah, it looked pretty cool. I mean, the lightsaber stuff looked pretty cool. Like deflecting all the laser beams back at the enemies and stuff like that looked pretty, or phaser beams, I don't know what you call them.
Phaser beams
Look pretty cool. It did all look pretty cool.
Where do you think, this is the real mystery, is where do you think Phil Spencer's neck is?
I have no clue.
I don't know. He's a very kind of like necklace man.
Does he wear just very high collars, or is he literally got?
He always wears a gimmicky T-shirt, and everybody comes there and he's like, "What does that T-shirt mean?" I don't know what it is today. It's some sort of brain, but there you go.
I get the impression Phil Spencer's one of these dudes, right? Because he's obviously a CEO, whatever, high up. I think he gets up every morning and works out, and that's why he's got such a thick neck, because it's all muscle.
No, what he's doing is he puts an Xbox on his head and he lifts it with his head.
Squats.
Every
with an Xbox.
Just lifts it with his head.
An original Xbox, because they were fucking heavy.
So at the moment they're talking a little bit about xCloud, the xCloud service. But we'll any games
got
that
Star Wars again.
Well, we've got Star Wars again. It kind of looks, I don't know.
Different bit of Star Wars.
Yeah, different bit. But it kind of looks a little bit Shadow of the Colossus-esque.
Look, the AT-AT's got a beard of weeds.
Yeah, okay. All right. I don't want the show to just say, look at the weed on the AT-AT.
He's got a weed on his beard. He's got a beard of weeds.
This is great. This is great radio. Just, E3, just imagine that. Plus
Duke,
us talking.
Duke, relative to what? It's like it's been good before.
Yeah, what are you going on about, you idiot?
Because we haven't had a visual aid required.
No, we descripted it. Like, look.
It's story time.
Just killing people.
Story time.
Moving on.
Oh,
Dude, whether you like it or not, we're gonna talk about the press conference.
Keep talking about this stuff.
Fine, I'll be able to grade these papers then. I have a story. I have a student who did the evaluation. Some people saw this on Twitter. Every semester, at the end of the class, I ask my students to write an evaluation of the course. And this one student wrote, the class really challenged me, not just in academic sense, but in a philosophical sense. It was like Black Mirror come to life. And I was like, damn, that's the best review I've ever had. By which I mean it was challenging, not that it was like,
So what your students say it is that you've got a weird sci-fi class that he's a bit worried about.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a bit worried he's going to get screwed up because it's Black Mirror universe.
Dude, I'm rating them like nosedive. Hey-oh.
Hey-oh. Right, yeah. Jedi Fallen Order. I mean, I've had a little look at it again now while it's been on, and it looks all right. I mean, the graphics are interesting. I think the art style's quite interesting they've gone for, because it's not...
It just looks generic. It just looks like it's
generic. But they haven't... No, I mean, in the fact that they haven't gone photorealistic. They've gone more Disney animation. That's what they can. You don't think so? That's what they look like to me.
I disagree.
The character models especially, they don't look real. They don't look like real people.
I disagree.
Well, you're weird if you think they look like real people.
No, just because I disagree doesn't mean you're right. It just means you've got an opinion. There's only two of us talking about this because Duke doesn't care. So
I know, Duke's the same every year. By the way, for anyone who's not listened before, like last E3, Duke hates E3. Pretty much.
Anybody gives a shit.
When I watch it, I have less of an angry response to it. So maybe if I was watching it, I'd feel better about it. But I'm not, so I don't.
There you go. That is Duke.
So while they're showing some sort of generic scary game right now, so while we find out what that is, Stu, do you have a story or anything like that?
I don't this week, really. To be honest, it's been a fairly quiet week.
Well, the thing that I know, right, is that last week I was suffering from hay fever, really, really bad.
Oh yes. Oh, have you had your jab?
I've had my jab. I've had my jab in my ass.
in your ass.
In my
Oh
ass.
yeah, jabbing in the
He
ass.
quite enjoys it. Actually,
So now,
from what I've
listen to
heard.
this.
I know, clear, man.
Nice and clear. Like
Totally
there's
clear.
loads of pollen everywhere today. Didn't even touch me. Didn't even just warped around me.
Take that, Colin, suck it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Is that it? Is that it? Is
Yeah.
that the story?
Okay,
of
I
the
guess we
week?
better talk about what we've been playing then.
Yeah.
Been playing.
Moving through this like gangbusters.
What you been playing?
Do you know, I was just about to say, wow, it looks a bit like the Blur Witch, and that's exactly what it
The
is.
Blair Witch game just been announced. You know what was weird about that then? When the Star Wars trailer finished, the subtitles, I got the subtitles on, said Blair Witch trailer playing. And I was like, well, so I knew what it was before they announced what it was.
Okay, now I'm excited because
It's Cyberpunk,
Yeah, Cyberpunk.
which is the release date's been
Oh my
leaked.
God.
Have you heard about it?
I haven't, no. Tell me more.
It's coming out this year, pretty much.
Is it?
Yeah, it's coming
Oh
out
my God,
November.
Totally excited now if that's the case.
Yeah, we shouldn't be watching this while the show's going on, really.
I know, but you can't help but watch, can you, really? These things happen.
No, Duke, let me get this straight. Stu shouldn't be watching this while we're doing this show.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Right, let's talk about some games we played. Roll the dice, Duke, and I'll keep one eye on this.
Hey,
and
it's
listen,
Stu. Go
whatever.
ahead, Stu. You go first, Stu.
Oh, man. Beat Saber. What? I don't know what else to say. That game, it's just incredible. I just can't stop. I'm totally addicted to Beat Saber.
Mm-hmm.
I played on.
God,
what day was
Stu,
this
why
week?
don't you play new games? Why are you bringing old shit to the podcast?
It's new, actually, on the Quest.
Yeah, but
to say about it. You've already said it.
Yeah,
but you've
Nothing to say.
talked
Move
about
on.
it.
Came out 2 weeks ago.
You've already talked about it.
I talked
Yeah,
about it. What else to
but-
say? Come on.
But right, here's the thing. Millie was off sick. She had really bad tonsillitis.
Yeah, she
this
had
week.
beat saberectomy.
Well, anyway, she had bad tonsillitis, and she was off on Monday and Tuesday, and I was off work on Monday and Tuesday. So she was here, but on Tuesday she sort of stayed in bed for a bit. So I was like, I got up at probably about 8:20. And do you know, if there's one thing they could add to the Quest, which would make me really happy, is if you turned your wrist, there was a virtual watch on it. That would be a very
time in the headset.
It doesn't, but there's no way unless you come out of the game and actually go back to the dashboard to have a look. You have no clue what the time
know
is.
what time it is.
You don't know what the time is. In the game Rec Room, there's like a game called Rec Room which I played a little bit of this week, and I have befriended Antonio in Rec Room, although I haven't played with him yet because it's cross-platform. They have a wristwatch in it, which I think is just such an easy thing to add. And even if it only comes on if you turn your wrist towards your face, you know what I mean? So it knows that you want to look at it.
I know what you mean. Guild Wars 2 has a little clock in the corner. It's really nice because, I mean, it's not a big deal. You can I know it's different when it's VR, but that little thing is valuable to be able to easily see what time it is in the real world.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, and that's a necessity especially in VR, because you've no clue. What's kind of interesting is, so I got up at 8:20, started playing custom songs on Beat Saber. I've got 69 altogether, as I mentioned last week. But obviously I haven't played all of them, so I've been, having a bit of like a kid in a sweet shop, trying all these different songs out and stuff, seeing how they work. And then Millie came down and she bumped into me and nearly jumped out my skin because she sort of bumped me. And I was like, what are you doing? And I took that and she's like, do you know what time it is? I'm like, no. And I sort of took the headset off and she's like, it's 10:20. So I've been playing for 2 hours straight.
Dude.
And I had sweat dripping off me. I was like, honestly, that game, once you get
I
playing
lost
it,
3 stone playing video games today.
well, this is what I'm going to be doing. This is what I'm doing, man. I'm dieting and I'm using that for exercise. But it gives you a hell of a workout. When I'm playing on hard on pretty much everything now and pretty much nailing it pretty good. There's the odd song I still really struggle with because some of the songs on hard are harder than other songs, if that kind of makes any sense. One person's version of hard is completely different to another person's version of hard. But yeah, great. I mean, some of the highlights have been Groove is in the Heart. You know the song?
Yeah.
Groove is in the heart.
Right. But it makes you do like a kind of a 70s disco dance when you're doing it, the way that they have the actual blocks that you have to cut, and the directions and stuff. In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins is a great one, which I thought wouldn't work at all.
Feel it coming in air tonight. Godhead Silo did a really good version of that. I'd play it, except can't play music.
So that works really, really well. And Back in Black is great. AC/DC. That works.
Back in black.
I don't think it goes like that. But that works absolutely brilliantly, and it's just awesome. I can't tell you how awesome it is. I just love it.
Compare it to a food. If Beat Saber was a food, which food would it be?
It's like eating the best fillet steak every day.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's like. It's just the feeling you get, and it is that one. I'm just going to do one more song before I turn it off.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, this morning I played obviously a lot this morning. I played probably for about an hour and a half this morning. And if Kay hadn't been getting up and I knew I had other stuff to do, I'd have probably played until the battery ran out on the headset. I'd have just kept going because it's
and then when it goes out, you'd be like, no, I was almost done with that song. Come on, let me have just 3 more.
I know. I am, and the tracking works brilliantly. Like I've said before, the headset itself, it doesn't. I mean, some people have complained that it's a bit heavy, but I really haven't found that issue at all. The biggest issue I have, and I'll be honest, what I'm kind of surprised with is that it doesn't fog up so much. I thought the lenses would really fog up, especially when you're playing a sweaty game.
What are you doing in that headset? You expecting it to fog up?
Because you're sweating, man. There was literally sweat running down my face and my back.
You're sweaty. Maybe that's where all the moisture is on your face, so it doesn't collect on the screen.
My T-shirt was absolutely sopping. Can I just pause for a second there? Because I want to
talk about.
Do you
want to talk about Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at Keanu. He is a pretty. Do you know what? I've actually watched. I have got a story as it goes because I've watched John Wick 3 twice in a week.
Wow.
Because I went with Kay and Millie, and then my mate Feng Chui went, I'd like to go and see that. Will you come with me? So I went again. And do you know what? It was awesome both times. That film is just awesome. And Keanu is a fucking god. I mean, that guy is not.
He's just been elevated in the gaming world because he's now in Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh my god, I can't. I'm looking at this. This is like video game porn, isn't it? I mean, this is just some other level.
Keanu's just been revealed to be a character in it, and he's
wow. That is pretty impressive.
Is it
I can't wait.
It is the Keanu.
It's coming 16th for the 4th, 2020. Actually. Oh my god. There you go.
One more year to wait.
Yeah, gotta wait till April next year.
Oh, I thought it was this year. Sorry.
We're so close, but so far still.
That's okay.
Yeah, can I just give you a little story because tonight I went to check in online for our holiday in 4 weeks' time.
Okay.
So I said to Kay, "Oh, I need the passport." So Kay went to get the passport, but she couldn't find her passport.
Wow, this sounds like a mundane story.
I know.
Fascinating. Yeah, Chinny, go ahead, Stu. Stu, how did you know the passports couldn't be found?
Well, she found mine and found Millie's, but she couldn't find
Where was yours?
Well, where it was supposed to be.
And where's that?
Where Kay looks after it. She has a special drawer.
So where did you eventually find hers?
I don't know. She's literally just come and put it against the window. But we're going on holiday now, so that's a good thing.
Oh, thank God.
I know, thank God for that. Anyway, Cyberpunk 2077, what did you think, Chinny, of what you've just seen?
Yeah, it's a very pretty game. I'm guessing that's the start of the game. It looked like the start of the game.
It did.
It looked very polished, so that's why.
It did look very pretty.
That's why I think it was the start. Yeah, no, it looks good. It looks great.
Can I just say, it didn't, there was a lot of talk about the demo that they showed over about a year ago now, isn't it? And everyone was like, it'll never look anywhere closer. It didn't look far off it.
There's no gameplay, though.
Nope.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. It still looked pretty good, though. We've got to say.
So...
Oh my God, I cannot wait, but that's fucking so far away. Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's almost as though there's no point in talking about it. Let's move on, shall we? Anything else to say about Beat Saber?
You know what I'm going to say, right? Okay, I'm going to say this right now, right here, right now. Oculus Quest is the future of VR.
Well, it's the future of VR, but that doesn't say much.
It doesn't, but no wires, no computer needed, no PC with a massive graphics card, none of that shit, and it works brilliantly. I can only advise people, if you've got a spare 400 quid knocking about, just buy one. Just buy one because it's just amazing. I love it. I can't tell you how good it is.
Just a quick E3 Microsoft update. Like a Spirit Farmer or something like that came up. It was like a 2D, very, very pretty cartoon style. Sort of, you're on a bridge. You're on a boat. The boat is your hub, and you have to build relationships with people and build the boat. And at the moment, right on the screen now, is
Battletoads.
Is Battletoads? Yeah, very, very, very cool looking art style. It's completely been redesigned, but it's like.
Dude, they ought to start calling up GameStop and be like, "You have Battletoads?"
And yeah, there you go. And now it's the legend of Right.
Whatever that is. So that's me on Beat Saber. But
all right, here comes the die rolling. Hey, it's me. How about that?
Go.
Yes. So I've been playing Rocket League. Do I have anything to say about it? No, not really. I'm down into gold on twos. I guess I said that last time. I'm still stuck in gold on doubles, and I'm not in diamond anymore in triples. I went down to platinum, but I'm platinum 3-4, so I might go back up into diamond. It's possible that I'll get the diamond rewards this season. That would be awesome. That would be a first. And you know what's funny too is that Facebook says, "Hey, here's this thing from 2 years ago, blah blah blah." And 2 years ago, I was excited because I got silver 3. How crazy is that?
It's all relative, though, Duke.
I know, right?
I don't think I've ever got past
how far I've come. 2 years.
I don't know if I've got gold. I can't remember. I think I've got gold. At some point.
I can't remember the last time I ever played Rocket League.
Well, it's a great game. You should all play it. I don't have anything to report about Minecraft. I haven't really been on the Realm server. I have a project ready to go, and I kind of feel like, when I'm ready to play games, I'm ready to play something else. So I'm not playing Minecraft, but when I have some time, and by the way, I should let the listeners know, I got 3 more days of the school year left. It's all final exams.
Oh my God.
Wow. Is that really it?
I don't have to teach anymore this year. I've finished teaching this school year.
Nice.
So now it's just final exams, come in, sit down, start writing kids, and I'll be grading the whole time. And I have 100 million billion papers to grade, but that's okay. Once I'm done grading those, I'm done for the year. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to have time. And Red Dead 2 is top of the list as soon as I get.
Yeah, so you say.
I know. I'm just saying. It's what I have in mind. That's the plan. So whatever.
I'll be interested to see what you think as you get further into it, as you get a bit further into the game.
What's that?
I said I'll be interested to see what you think once you get a bit further into the game rather than just the first hour or two.
Well, yeah.
Because you've hardly played at all, have you, really?
I mean, I won a round of poker, so that's cool.
You won a round of poker.
Yeah. All right, roll the die. Hey, it's his turn.
I think that dies rigged.
I think it's weighted.
Right, so just a quick update. The legend
spinning wheel, no.
The Legend of Right RPG time is a sort of like an RPG papercraft game, so everything looked like it was drawn, made with cardboard. And at the moment on the Xbox press conference,
it's ID
at Xbox, so they're showing lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of different games.
Did you just see the one Supermarket Shriek?
No, I didn't see that one. No.
Oh my God, that's caught my attention straight away.
Yeah, well there you go.
And they also showed The Good Life, by the way, which is the sweary game.
Which is awful. So they're bringing out somebody called Sarah Bond, who I have no idea who it is.
James's sister.
She's what?
James's sister.
Do you have a book of bad jokes near you? Or...
I've always pretty good, to be honest.
If you listened last week, you know what that is.
Right.
She's head of Xbox, by the way.
Fantastic. Good for her. So I've been playing a different game.
Oh, what? Not snooker and not Minecraft?
Not snooker, not Minecraft. I have been playing snooker and Minecraft, but I played a different game. And that game is Surviving Mars.
Yeah.
A lot of people have told you to play this.
A lot of people told me to play it. I've always fancied it just by the name alone and the screenshots. So it's by the same people that made City Skylines. And so you're on Mars and you land a rocket on Mars, and you're like, great. And then I expected a lot of people to come out, but it was drones. And I was like, oh, right. So you have to use these drones to gather resources, metal, concrete, things like that.
Okay.
And it was... Oh, sorry. I keep dropping stuff. Yeah, so it's... and then you have to get a power... You have to get a power supply for the drones because they only have so much power in them. And then you have to have resources just to sustain the drones, not like people, the drones. And then you have to work on getting air and extracting water from the atmosphere. And there's points of interest on the map as well. The map's really, really big, but there's points of interest on the map. And when you find a point of interest, it up your sort of research. So if you up your research, then you've got better technology. You get better technology. You can upgrade certain things. You can have more drones, whatever. There's dust storms and all sorts of shit. So I was going through the tutorial. It seemed okay on the controller. See, I'm playing it on the Xbox. You see, so these kind of games like City Skylines, SimCity, they're very difficult.
PC,
very, very, very difficult.
Keyboard and mouse is where it's at.
Well,
But-
Halo Wars did it.
Exactly, Halo Wars did it. But it's good. It's good. I just think the UI is a little bit sort of clunky. Like for example, in the tutorial, there's like arrows pointing to things, and there's other UI boxes on top of the arrows, and it kind of looks a bit messy. Arrows graphics overlapping the arrows and stuff. So I think the controls aren't easy. They aren't perfect, but they're good enough. I was definitely getting used to it. It just seems like there's a bit of a learning curve to it. There's a lot to learn as well because I started to almost get to sending people on because you can build these domes, and then you build these domes and you can build little civilizations, but the domes have to have a supply of oxygen, water and power. And where do you get the power from? So it's basically like a SimCity.
Like biodomes.
Yeah, biodomes. You can have different types of biodomes. And it's cool. It just kind of looks like a 70s sort of sci-fi movie, right? So that's interesting. No, but I was really pleased with it. I just think that it took a lot of learning. So I think I'm satisfied with it. I think I'm happy with it. But I think I'm going to put it aside. I might finish off the tutorial because it was kind of getting into some interesting stuff. But I do have an itch for those kind of games. I was getting a Prison Architects kind of vibe from it. I was getting a City Skylines vibe from it. And I do have that itch. I definitely do.
Do you know, interesting.
Have that in me.
We've spent, and listeners have sent emails and stuff, trying to persuade Duke to play Subnautica. I actually think you'd probably pretty much like Subnautica as well. I think it would be definitely in your wheelhouse.
I don't know much about it. There's an interesting YouTube channel, and they call it the War Stories. They called,
okay.
Or the actual series of videos is called War Stories, and they interview key developers from key games. So the one that got my attention was Dead Space. So they interview the man from Dead Space, the creator of Dead Space, and he basically said, "I wanted to make Resident Evil 4 in space." That was what he said.
He pretty much accomplished it.
The decisions that he had to make and the sacrifice that he made and the passion that he has and everything really comes through on that video. And the latest episode is Subnautica.
Yeah, I think you'd like it because it's kind of crafting, it's exploration, it's building stuff. You can build these massive underwater bases when you really get into the game big time. And
but I like it from a isometric view. I'm less interested. See, I'm less interested when you're down there in the Minecraft is the only game.
I guess it definitely scratches an itch. I find it a bit complicated, and I just can't. I can't spur the amount of time needed to really get into it.
That's the problem.
Yeah, and once you get into it, you can start obviously building these massive submarines that allow you to go really deep, and obviously the deeper you go, the better resources you get, and all that kind of stuff. So it scratches a lot of itches, does Subnautica, for a lot of different people and the types of games that you might like. So it's, I don't know. I think you would quite like it. I do. I know for a fact that Duke would probably really enjoy it if he ever gave it a chance, but it's not happening.
Maybe. No, we'll see.
Never happening. But yeah. It sounds pretty good, Chinny. It definitely sounds like your kind of game.
So Surviving Mars is available on Xbox Game Pass. I think Xbox Game Pass is an absolutely brilliant service. As we're speaking right now, Sarah Bond has just walked off stage and announced Xbox Game Pass for the PC and just said it's basically the same thing on the PC, and all that jazz. So I think it is a phenomenal service. I really, really do. I'm very, very happy with it. The games come out too quickly on it, which is a great problem to have. It's very cheap, very affordable, and honestly, I could play that Surviving Mars, and next week I want to play Void Bastards, and you know, like those two games alone justify the price every month. You know, and they're getting better at it. And by the looks of a lot of these Idea Xbox, you know, all those games that are listed on Idea and Xbox on the E3 thing, they're all on Game Pass. So
I'm looking at this now. Whatever this is.
This is Flight Simulator, probably.
Sim.
Yeah.
But fuck me, I'm struggling to work out whether this is film footage or the game.
This is a game.
This looks incredible.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. Yeah, so this is Flight Simulator. I think they haven't announced the game, but it basically looks like a Flight Simulator.
This looks absolutely amazing.
The thing is, we have learned not to trust E3 trailers, haven't we, Stu?
I know we have, but boy, this looks incredible.
Stu,
it looks real.
What did you watch? Was it a trailer? Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And what show was it shown at?
E3.
Yeah. Okay. Don't trust it.
I know. It does look incredible though. If that
you can't stop him, can you?
That.
He's like, Stu, don't jump off that bridge.
I want to believe, man. Let me believe.
Don't jump off that bridge. No, I won't jump off the bridge.
Destroy your illusions.
I know.
Hey, let's roll the believe. Hey, look at that. It's Stu's turn.
You know, who wouldn't want to fly a plane over like Africa and look at the animals underneath? That is so cool.
Dude, they've got to make a new Age of Empires game. They're doing Age of Empires 2 again. Stop it. Make a new one. Jesus.
What is it? Yeah, Age of Empires is on the screen now. I don't know much about Age of Empires, Duke. What is it?
The original real-time strategy.
Is it? Because I think the people that made Age of Empires went on to make Halo Wars, I think.
Sure, that makes sense.
So maybe I should play it.
This looks again like it would be totally in your wheelhouse, Chinny.
Except that there's combat. I mean, I guess you did Halo Wars.
Well, there's combat in Halo Wars.
I love real-time strategy, but when there's combat, it's a little more tense for me. I get like, because I don't know. I don't always want to race through things. But if you're playing against some other civilization, you better hurry up and develop better weapons because they're coming for you.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looked pretty cool.
Anyway, Stu, next game.
Is it back on me? Okay, to continue with my Keep Fit regime, I have purchased another Keep Fit game on the Quest, which is called Box VR. I made the plum for it. I went, right, I'm going to just do this stuff. It's actually pretty good. There's been, when I've read the reviews, I put it off for a week or so, because every time I looked at the reviews, they were all like, oh, the syncing's wrong. It feels like that it's lagging. It doesn't seem to be in time. I played it today for a good sort of 20-25 minutes, and it seemed to be perfectly in time with the music and the punches. So basically, it's a Keep Fit boxing game. So, like, dissimilar to Beat Saber, where that's just sort of, play music and slashing blocks. This actually has full workouts that have been designed by Keep Fit people. So this is sort of really is to keep you fit. You can set how much you want to spend in it every day.
Have you lost much weight?
I haven't, no. I'm going to start in earnest this week. Okay. So this week's like the start of it. So I've weighed myself today. Do you want to know how much I weigh? I'm pretty heavy.
Go for it. Go.
I'm just going to put it out there.
Put it out there.
That's the best way to do it. I'm going to put it out there. I am 16 stones, 8 pounds.
Okay, for the Americans.
I have no clue.
Numbers, it's fixation. It's the body ego. Just let go. Are you healthy? Are you feeling good?
I feel okay.
Go ahead. Okay. Exercise. Oh, that's it.
For the Americans.
Obsessing over numbers is not healthy.
Well, I think it's fantastic. What was you 16 what?
16.8.
Damn.
It's heavy. I'm heavy.
235 pounds in America.
Yeah, I put 15 pounds on since last year when we went to your stag do.
Obsessing over numbers.
Yeah, so about a stone. I put about a stone on since we went to the stag do because it was 220 pounds when I did that. Yeah, and the only reason I know that is because it's in my Me Fit app, so I know that. So yeah, I put about a stone on. So I need to lose at least a stone and a bit. But you've got to have the numbers because you've got to track it, haven't you? You've got to track how much you're losing. How much you're losing. But yeah, what Box VR does really well is that it actually tracks how many calories you burnt whilst you're playing the game. It makes you do squats as well as punching. I'm impressed. And there's about 50 tracks. You can do your own playlist if you want to just do your own thing. Or like I say, there are ready-made sort of coach ones. Again, it's on the expensive side, I guess, because it's like 22 quid. But then that's what, a month of gym membership, I guess. So that's the way I'm viewing it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I mean? And they're like, I'll be able to keep this forever. But like I said, I can't see myself anytime soon getting bored of Beat Saber anyway. So that's a good workout in itself. But I can now vary it up a bit between that and Box VR. And they're both do pretty good, like electronic type, rap type music, you know, that kind of stuff. So again, it's another great game, and it seems to work perfectly. So yeah, I have no complaints with the Quest so far. It's great. There you go, in my very best Lancashire accent.
That's great. No, good. No, I'm glad that you're trying to lose some weight in a positive way.
Yeah. Do you know what the only issue is? Because I want to do at least a half an hour to an hour every day on it in some form or another. Because I'm sort of stuck to the living room as the play area, it's a struggle. Because obviously Kay and Millie are in there wanting to watch the TV, and it's kind of finding even though I can play in the kitchen to an extent, we haven't got the biggest kitchen in the world, so it's a bit dodgy that I'm going to hit something like the worktop or something else whilst I've got it on my head. So yeah, that's probably the only negative downside that I can really say is just having that. If I had a nice dedicated play area to myself, it wouldn't be a problem. Need a garage. So I need a garage. That's what I need. One of those.
Yeah, just a little garage. No big thing.
Just a little garage. Just a square garage.
Just to let you know, I think Double Fine have joined Xbox or been bought up by Xbox. Did I see that correct?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think
that's true. Well, Tim Schafer just came out on the Xbox stage. It kind of looked like, I wasn't quite sure, but he said, I'm so happy to join the Xbox. So it kind of sounded like Xbox had bought Double Fine.
Has that only just been announced, or has that previously been announced?
No, I think like Tim Schafer's on the stage like pretty much now, and they just showed Psychonauts 2. Has anybody got any affiliation with the first Psychonauts?
I never played it. I've heard
Duke,
lots of
are you a Psychonauts fan?
Nope, never played them.
No, I know they get a lot of love. So, but yeah, number 2, and it's Game Pass exclusive again. So yeah, all good.
Oh, got Lego Star Wars.
Lego's on there now. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking, well, that was cool. Another Star Wars game. Lego. Although I do like Lego games.
Yeah.
You know, it's a while since I've played. Well, actually, I'm saying it's a while. It kind of isn't, is it? Because I played the Lego City Undercover or whatever it was called last year. So that was pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah. So there you go. So are we rolling a dice, I guess?
Yeah, here we go. Rolling the die. Oh, hey, it's Chinny's turn.
Okay, we can stop that dice thing now if you want to. It's fine. We know. I think we've got it that you don't like the rotating board. We understand, Duke. Okay.
We understand, Duke.
What? It's fine. Go ahead.
I haven't really been playing much else. There has been a new update to Snooker 19. I will talk about it briefly. Yeah, Snooker 19 is getting a wrath of opinions flying at it left, right, and centre. It's a big controversial subject, and basically the gist of it is they need to step up their game because there are obvious, easy things that they can do to change the game. I'm not talking about, can you add in a character creator? Because that's a big add-on, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like a character creator, that takes a lot of time. I'm talking about best of 3, best of 5, best of 7, a rematch option. Be able to select
that be to do? Sure.
Be able to select your colour when you want to change the colour that you want to go for if you can't see it. All sorts of weird stuff. They have announced on their Reddit thread that they are working on them, but they're being very, very slow. They said that the Switch version would be out in spring on Amazon. It doesn't say that. It says that it's going to be out in September. So, yeah, there's a few things.
So we're talking like nearly a year before the Switch version comes out.
Nearly a year. What are you talking about? September.
I thought you said it would be out in spring. Well, that's not till
No,
next year.
no. They said it was going to be out in spring.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you meant
Because
they
you're
said it
watching
was gonna be
fucking
out
Dragon Ball
this
Z on the
spring coming.
Xbox conference. That's why.
No. Because the way you said it was, it's coming out in spring, but they've got it earlier on Amazon. is the way I heard you.
So it's meant to be coming out. It's meant to be coming out she said spring along with the release of the PS4 and the Xbox One, but it's be coming out September and all sorts of stuff. So it's been really slow. The last update they did was like to fix the tournament tree. So when you play the tournaments, you didn't get unlocks and stuff. Basically, made the whole point of playing a tournament pointless because you didn't win anything. Multiplayer fixes. The one bug that's very, very funny is the lights aren't switched on in the room.
That's funny.
So you can't see much. You can make out the table, but it is quite annoying.
Well, do you not just restart the game when that happens?
Yeah, but like if you're playing a tournament game and you're in a match, you can't restart that.
All right, okay.
So,
that is funny.
So the ongoing joke is, when you put 20p in the light at the club.
Yeah, like
there
you do
go.
at the working men's club.
Yeah. Who forgot to put the 20p in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's lots of like low hanging fruit they could have done. I did a video on it this week, and yeah, it's.
Do you think it's just the resources problem? You just haven't got enough people.
Yeah,
to
it's a
work on
small
all this
studio.
stuff?
It is an indie studio. It's a very, very small studio, so they won't have a lot of resources. And I also made a video about the updates won't last forever. They're not going to update this game. They probably have about a 3-month life cycle, the updates, because they have to start working on whatever's next for them, whether that's the next snooker game or whether that's like something else. So it's a business at the end of the day. So yeah, you've got to be careful. So so snooker. I still think it's good. I still think it's a great game. I'm very happy with it, but there's just a few things that bug me about it. So yeah, that's snooker.
Yeah, I like to say I am gonna consider picking it up when it comes out on the Switch, but it's sort of one of them things, isn't it? It's like you say, by the look of it, it's going to be quite a while because they haven't even got around to fixing the easy stuff that you'd think, on the stuff they're doing currently, on the versions that are already available to play. I don't know. I guess it's just I'm gonna have to wait a bit longer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Xbox have just announced a game called 12 Minutes.
That's
12...
why I'm a bit distracted because that looks pretty good.
It's almost like we shouldn't have done the show.
I know it is. I'm distracted, man. It looks so
tough.
cool.
It's very tough to do the show while that's going on in the background. But 12 minutes. Let's talk about 12 minutes. I know, Duke, you can just mark your papers because I know you're not interested. But 12 minutes is.
No, I'm very interested. I'm going to keep talking about it.
12 minutes is a top-down sort of thriller game where the man is trapped in the same 12 minutes. And it looks like 12 minutes where somebody comes into the house who looks like Hitman, by the way, and murders his wife or something like that. It looked very, very pretty.
It looked very interesting.
Yeah, it did. It was all completely like bird's eye view. It kind of like Hotline Miami, but the graphics were amazing.
Yeah.
Now they're showing a game that looks like Bambi Go Urban. I'm not quite sure.
Headbutting a window, that seems like a
there's just
bad
a
idea.
fucking deer.
This is like Goat Simulator gone like cute.
It's very strange what's on the screen now, but it's
fish following them. It's weird.
It is. What the?
It's called Way to the Woods. Way to the Woods. That one. So that's Bambi goes
headbutting shit.
Goes shopping at the mall.
Yeah.
So
headbutts windows and stuff.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Cool.
Well, there you go. Right. I'm assuming it's back to me. Have you got anything else to talk about?
No, it's back to me. Shut up.
You got something else to talk about. That's interesting. Go.
Yeah, something else to talk about.
Well, I'm just used to, Rocket League, Minecraft. That's it.
Didn't I have something different last week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, then. What about the week before? I had like 3 games.
All right. I'll take it back.
Yeah. Anyway, Rocket League. No. Shadow of War. I've been making progress on Shadow of War. And like I said last week, it's one of these games you get back into it and you're like, why have I not been playing this? Oh my God. And especially once I really get into it and it's like, I think the biggest problem I had with the first one is that I never really accepted the fact that I needed to find the rhythm in the game. I mean, I 100%ed the first one, So it's weird for me to say that, but I played it in such a way that was like push, 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 shove, 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 bash, bash, bash. That's not the way this game's supposed to be played all the time. You're supposed to stick and move, back up, hit with ranged attacks when the person's too dangerous to play up close. When they're invulnerable to range attacks, you have to get up close. You know, you have to pick the right strategy for the person you're fighting against. And I think this past week, I've just now figured out how to really do that in this game. So now that I've gotten my head around it, it's so much more enjoyable because it's like I'm not having to fight the same guy 50 times because, you know, as soon as I realize my health is low, I'm like, I better run away. And that's the other thing, like the idea of running away, like you don't run away in Skyrim. At least I don't. Like that's not a thing that happens in Skyrim.
No.
So
Yeah, but Skyrim is a completely different style of combat, isn't it?
I know, right? I'm saying though, this is like, it's.
Dude,
so
I don't think you've thought about the fact that Skyrim is a completely different style of combat.
It is. And I don't think you've thought about the fact that in Shadow of War, you've got to use some skill rather than just hitting stuff and setting it on fire.
Don't hate on Skyrim. Why don't you shut up?
Yeah, well, Skyrim has about as much depth in combat as a fucking apple.
So you put your Skyrim on ultra hard then when you play, huh?
Yeah, but that doesn't make the combat any more satisfying. It just makes enemies harder to kill and you get killed quicker.
You have to use skill.
It does not. It just means that fucking enemies just take longer to kill.
Okay, whatever.
And they inflict more damage on you.
Bored.
It's no more
Carry
skill
on,
in
Duke.
the combat. Jesus Christ.
God. Anyway, the point is that one of the things that's frustrating about this game is that you develop all these amazing techniques and like abilities, and then you meet bosses that are immune to them. So it's like, God damn it, I was just becoming a total badass, and now this dude, he doesn't matter. It doesn't care if I jump over him and freeze him as I go. He stops me from jumping over him, and I'm like, ah.
Yeah, but isn't that how the first game worked, though? The first game was about each boss had a different way of fighting, didn't it?
Yeah, there's about 7 or 8 different ways of fighting. Not every single one was different, but still, the point is that when you come across a different boss who's not immune to jumping over and fighting, like then it's like, yeah, pretty sweet. Now the problem is that some of them have weaknesses that like never come up for me, because one of them is like he's susceptible to Caragors. And I don't really mess with the Caragors. I don't play with them very much. So when I was fighting with them, I was like, okay. Because there's the other thing. Look, you can summon Caragors. You have an ability where you can summon one to fight with you, right? Which is cool. But then you can unlock summoning like a big troll, which is even better than a Caragor. So I had that on the character screen. I put that as the thing that I can unlock as my monster to come help me. And then when you have drakes, like dragons, you can have them come fight for you. And it's like, oh, dude, I can have a dragon fighting for me. Sweet. So when you have someone who's susceptible to Caragors, you have to go into the character screen and switch it from Drake to, you know, Lil Wayne. Ha! Get it? Rapper names.
Yeah.
Humor. Anyway, it's kind of annoying to have to switch that up. But whatever. It's not too bad. The other thing that's kind of annoying is I was playing a quest today and I was sticking and moving. And then I went outside the quest zone and it was like, mission failed. You left the quest zone. And I was like, come on, man. Don't do that to me. Give me a little warning and let me jump back into the quest zone or something. I guess maybe it did, but I wasn't paying attention. So anyway, that was kind of annoying. But Shadow of War, totally awesome. I passed the 50% mark. I'm going to 100% this. Watch me go. Yeah.
Wow. Did you 100% the first one, did you, or not?
I sure did, and I didn't think I was going to with this one. Although, I'll tell you what, here's the thing. I might say a lie, because I think maybe to get 100%, you have to do – there's some missions that are like you can get bronze, silver, or gold on them. And in order to get gold on them, you have to like, you know, not get hurt at all during the mission or whatever. And if that's the case, if I need to do that to do 100%, forget it. That is not happening.
Yeah, I can.
I'm not a platinum trophy kind of guy. That's just not my thing. I don't care. But I really like the game, and I'm gonna do as much as I can in it. So yeah, Shadow of War, game of the year.
There you go, game of the year from 2 years ago.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. I think I own Shadow of War. I think I do.
Every time I talk about it, you say that.
I loved. You know what though? I loved Shadow of Mordor. Loved it.
A great game.
Just.
I mean, and here's the other thing. What was I gonna say about it? I think that the movement is so fluid that other games need to learn from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
just so satisfying to be able to run around and they did this thing where you can, and I think they need the supernatural element for this to work, but you can basically like kind of zoom up a side of a building very quickly. And I don't think they had it in the first one. I don't remember, but it's just so satisfying to be able to go from the ground to the top of the tallest building in the area with like 4 jumps. It's like boom, whoop, whoop, whoop. And it's just, it makes it so much less tedious.
Yeah.
And you're running away from people who are hitting you with bows and arrows. I guess they're mostly hitting you with the arrows. It's hard to hit someone with a bow, but it just makes it easier to get away. And so it's just less frustrating than it is in like Assassin's Creed or whatever.
Very good. I mean, like I say, I played a little bit. I owned the first game and played a little bit of it, and then I just never got into it. And the second game, I played the demo, and it was all right, but I wasn't. It just isn't my thing anymore. Those types of games, weirdly.
If they had VR Shadow of War, you'd be all over it.
Oh yeah, I'll be straight there, man. Virtual.
Get off the kitchen wall. Get down from there. You're gonna break your neck on the roof.
I know. That'd be me climbing up shit. Yeah, don't know, but yeah.
Cool. E3 update. At the moment, they're showing Gears 5, and they've announced Gears 5 Escape, which is a 3-player co-op experience where you play as 3 people, count them, 1, 2, 3, and
3.
They are new characters. I don't think we've seen them before, and yeah, it's pretty much a co-op experience.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like, say, Left 4 Dead trying to get away from hordes of stuff.
Yes, and they've just literally announced Gears 5 Terminator Dark Fate, which I think is just a character pack of the Terminator from the Terminator.
Brilliant.
Terminator.
With pre-order, you get that, apparently.
Brilliant.
Awesome. Any other games from you, Chinny?
I'll very briefly, give me 30 seconds, I'll talk about Minecraft. Minecraft continues to be very addictive to me.
Can we just pause, because it looks like they're announcing a new console or something. Oh, it's a controller.
New controller.
It's
almost like you didn't have to interrupt. It's almost like you jumped in a bit too early there.
I did. I jumped in too early. It's
right. Yes.
Carry
on. Talk about Minecraft. It still sort of devours me. I was playing it on the phone today because I was in Manchester today, and I was it was the morning. Everybody was asleep. I was I'll play on my phone, and played it. And there was somebody in there, and they showed me their automated what do you call it, like oven dispenser thing.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean, Duke?
I've never really messed with Redstone, so I don't know.
So basically, he puts stuff in it, and then it automatically puts it in furnaces, automatic furnace system. And then those furnaces spit it out when it's done, and then it goes into another hopper or something like that, and then into another chest. And I was so impressed. So now I'm going to try and make that. I know, it's crazy. Thank you, Yoshi. But
you say that, right, and then you never do it.
Well, I did make stuff, but I've been chipping away. All I've been doing in Minecraft is chipping away at land. That's pretty much it. Just chipping away at land. Making my statue even bigger because I want it to stand out. So I've been making it kind of like, I've been trying to make it a spectacle. Oh, there was one thing that I needed to mention. Last week I had a big rant about I want to urban up our realm a little bit. It's a little bit too tree heavy, a little bit wildlife friendly. So when I returned to Minecraft this morning on my phone, I discovered that somebody had planted a bunch of trees right next to my sort of back garden and trolled me. It is
considerate.
It is the price of fame, I call it. You know, being on a worldwide, international, renowned podcast.
That is true.
It just happens. I get that.
I don't think it has anything to do with that. I doubt they even knew that was near your home.
No. They did. Like it was definitely aimed at me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Take that. Ha ha. Best laid plans of Mice and Men aft gang of Glay.
On E3, at the moment, they're showing Dying Light 2, which I have to say looks fantastic. I think Dying Light 2 is gonna be great.
That's one of my favourite games. The original
Dying Light, we
loved it.
We
I
put
think it's
off,
on Steam sale right now.
Yeah, Dying Light is like one of those games that we just thought, this is never going to be any good. Came out, it was phenomenal. So Dying Light 2 looks great.
It does look very good.
And the main character main character you play as is infected.
Yeah,
it's 66% off on Steam right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's such a good game. Have you ever played it, Drew?
Nope. And I'm not buying it right now, but I did buy Heat Signature, which is also 66% off right now. It's $5, so I bought it. I haven't played it yet, but I bought
it. Yeah, it's me up next, I guess. Then in that case, is that right?
Deadlight. What was it? Deadline? No.
Dying Light.
No, not
What? Dead Island?
No. The where you're the dude in the raincoat and it's 2D.
Oh, Death Stranding.
No.
Yeah, Death Stranding. That's definitely what it is.
I'll find out.
No, it's Deadlight. I think you are.
Deadlight.
Deadlight.
Yeah, Deadlight. 2D, 3D thing. Where you move 2D, but it's on like a 3D plane.
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
that's not it.
That's not it. Right, I'll carry on then. Yeah, I have played something that isn't VR this week, believe it or not.
Go on.
I've dipped back into Dreams just to see what's been made since I last went on.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much everything.
See what's in there. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff in there. Someone had
Gunpoint. It was called Gunpoint.
Oh, Gunpoint. That was good. That was where you attach yourself to stuff.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You should be happy that I got Heat Signature.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. Anyway, yes. Dreams. So I went in to see what new stuff is in there, and I came across someone had done Super Hot in Dreams, and it worked actually all right. It worked pretty well. So basically, it's Super Hot in Dreams. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but for something that someone's created, they've done like about 6 different levels, 6 or 7 levels.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. And then someone else had recreated the whole first level of the original Resident Evil with the matching tank controls and everything. So, but the aiming was a bit terrible because you couldn't really aim at zombies that were coming towards you. But again, they'd done a really good. They had this little animation of a door opening every time you went through a doorway, and corridors and stuff. But obviously, it transitioned from one scene to another, like the original Resident Evil did. So yeah, it was kind of interesting. Other than that, there wasn't a lot. Didn't appear to be a lot of good new stuff on there. So I'm just going to keep dipping in from time to time just to see what people are making. Because I've come to the conclusion I am not that bothered about making stuff. I will attempt something if I ever get enough time to learn how to do it, but it's just time again. It comes back down to time.
I bet if they had Dreams in VR, you'd be all over it.
Well, it did make me wonder whether that will eventually happen with obviously PSVR doing so well and so many people having it. You know, that they'll do some version of Dreams in VR or do something. Yeah, because that would be, when you think about it, that, you know, they could get the dexterity right. That would be a really cool way of manipulating stuff within the game, even if it's just for creating stuff.
That's true. It could be. Now, I wonder if you would need to have VR to play the stuff that's made in VR. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Gareth has asked, have I played Resident Evil 7 in VR? I have. I played the demo when I had the PSVR before I sold it. And when we went to Arcade Club with Nick, so not when we had the meetup, but when I went with Nick, I played the opening level for about 35 minutes. But I just can't get the resolution on the PSVR is so terrible. When you forget how bad the resolution is, it just does not look that great. You know, when you played it, you know, I get that it's creepy and it's a cool way of doing it, but it just doesn't work very well. It does, but it just, I don't know. Resident Evil 7 is just a great game anyway, so PSVR is the mass seller, but it isn't the best headset.
Well, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, by the way, just a side note, the developer of what did I just say it was?
Gunpoint,
thank you. They have a new game coming out soon called Tactical Breach Wizards.
Okay.
And it looks like XCOM, but it's magic and your SWAT team or something, whatever. Anyway, the point is it's on Steam, but it doesn't have a release date. It says Release date when it's ready.
I like that. That's how it should
Yeah,
be.
it's pretty funny. Just thought that was a cute little thing. Share with the world. You're welcome, world.
Yes, just a E3 update. Forza Horizon 4 was shown, and they had a car and a shadow, and then they revealed that they have a Lego expansion pack, which looked quite interesting. And then they revealed that the car in the shadow was actually made of Lego. Very clever. And now they're showing State of Decay 2, some expansion pack where you split up the... Like, there's 2 ways or something. I don't know. State of Decay 2, everyone.
Well, I'm
There you
done.
go.
Stu, you got anything else to talk about?
Just one more game.
Okay.
I've actually purchased. I played the demo of Space Pirate Trainer last week. I've actually purchased the game now, and it's a lot of fun. It doesn't work brilliantly well. If you have the shield up to your face too near, it loses tracking of that right hand controller because it's obviously too near to the cameras for it to see it properly. So it's a bit weird because you have to hold obviously the shield up in front of your face, but the cameras struggle to track it. But other than that, it works pretty well. It's a good old sort of Space Invaders 3D VR shooter. So yeah, it's pretty good. And that's it. That is everything I've played this week. So yeah.
In that case, Chinny, I assume you don't have anything else?
No.
All right. Any news?
Putting news first.
I mean,
Of course.
E3 news, right?
Of course, there's E3 news. Okay, let's. What we should talk about is a little bit about Stadia.
Oh yeah.
Because Google have now announced a lot more details of what it's gonna have, what sort of games are gonna be on it.
I don't know much about this, so I'm really interested in this. So you go. You tell me.
Okay, let's do the breakdown. Here we go.
Okay,
Are you ready?
Go.
So basically, there's going to be a Founders Pack release.
Okay.
So that's the only way you're going to get to play it if you want to play it this year. So the way that it'll work is the Founders Edition comes with a limited edition Night Blue controller, which is recommended retail of $69.
Right.
A Chromecast Ultra, which is another recommended retail of $69.
I'm guessing that's like a faster Chromecast.
Yeah. And you get 3 months of Stadia Pro subscription.
Okay, Pro.
Which is $9.99 a month.
So that says there's a free tier and there's a Pro version, right?
There is. And a 3-month buddy pass to give Stadia Pro to a friend for 3 months.
Okay.
So you can do that. That's going to cost you $129.99.
Right.
And this is the only way you're going to be able to play it at launch in November, whereas they're saying when it comes out properly next year, you'll be able to just stream games and just use the controller, so you'd only have to buy the controller on its own.
Right.
So it's quite interesting. So here's how the pricing of the games and subscription and what it all means is.
Okay.
So you'll be able to, when you have a Pro subscription means you'll be able to stream up to 4K.
Okay.
Okay. If you have a standard one, then it's just 1080p.
Which is also fine. Oh, you've gone off, Stu.
Stu's dead.
Are you back, Stu? Last thing I heard you say was 1080p.
Okay, yeah. So with a Pro subscription at $9.99 a month, you get access to stream up to 4K with HDR and 5:1 surround sound.
Yep.
Access to free games as long as the subscription service is active.
Right.
And exclusive discounts on games to purchase.
Right.
So
okay.
it isn't a subscription only model. So they're going to have some games for free.
Yep.
With your subscription, and other games you'll have to buy.
Right.
So you get discounts, you have the Pro, and you get all the base benefits. So this is what you get for a base edition. So if you don't want to pay for the bells and whistles and $9.99 a month, you get free access. Unlike PlayStation, you do not need to purchase a subscription to play games online, but you do need to be online to stream games offered by Google Stadia. Access to the Google Stadia library of games. Once you pay for a game, it can then be immediately streamed on any display desired. No downloading is required. You will not be able to take advantage of any discounts offered by Stadia Pro subscription or access any of the free games. You'll be able to play on your desired screen, which can include a tablet, Google Pixel, phone, desktop computer, PC, laptops, Chromecast, TV, smart telly, whatever. And you can only play at a maximum of 1080p. So,
okay.
So you will be able to, when the only free game that I can understand it's launching with for the Founders Edition is Destiny 2 is going to be the freebie that you get with it.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well,
So
to be fair, you don't get any free games when you buy a console.
yeah,
That's true.
But you're paying $129 is a lot of money.
Well, yeah, but you need hardware, right?
Yeah, only a controller. So the only hardware you
That's what
really
I'm saying.
need
It's
is
like this. If this works, this is going to change everything. This is Netflix. This is Netflix killing Blockbuster.
It kind of is, but it isn't because, like I've just said, they're gonna have free games, but if you want the big games, you're gonna have to pay for them individually, like you would on Steam.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if it works, then it's the streaming. It obviates the need for I won't need to update my PC ever.
Nope, you never have to do it.
Ever, but I mean, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
now,
no, you never have to do it.
Yeah, so that's a huge deal. It's on live, done right.
Well, we hope.
Maybe, right? We'll see.
We hope. Here's the games that have been announced so far. Okay, so this is what's coming. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Baldur's Gate 3, Borderlands 3, Darksiders, Doom 2016, the new Doom Eternal is going to be on there when that gets released. Lewis will be happy. Farming Simulator 19's on there. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Just Dance, for those people who want to play that.
Yeah.
Metro Exodus, Mortal Kombat 11, Power Rangers, Battle for the Grid. What the hell? Rage 2, Elder Scrolls Online, Thumper, the favourite of online.
You'll be buying it.
I know it's on every freaking platform ever, that game. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which is a new one that's coming out, so that's on there. Tom Clancy's Division 2, Trials Rising, The Crew 2, and Wolfenstein Youngblood. So that's it. So those are the games that have been announced so far.
Okay.
And then they're saying publishers that are supporting but haven't announced it this time are Capcom, Electronic Arts, and Rockstar.
Right.
So Rockstar. So Red Dead 2 presumably is going to be on there.
Yep.
GTA 4, GTA 5, all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to wait and see. So what do you think? So what do you reckon?
I'm going to tell you a very, very interesting fact. And what I'm going to tell you next is going to shock and astound you.
Get out of town.
Go ahead.
I've already bought it.
That's the first non-ironic use of that dramatic burst sound effect ever.
I know. So when did this happen?
I think it was yesterday? It might have been Saturday. Friday morning. Woke up. I opened my Chrome browser at home.
What decided you?
And then a pop-up came up when I logged into my Gmail, and it said, Stadia news. Oh, I was like, I'll click that.
Okay.
And he went, you can buy it. I was like, oh, all right. So it comes out in November if you buy it now. I was like, all right, I'll have a look. Had a look. And it said, hey, get a little controller. It's a cool colour. And you get it this year before everybody else. And I went, fuck this, I'm getting it.
Wow, I'm impressed. I didn't think that would.
What's the last impulse buy you had?
I do impulse
buy a lot of impulse stuff, huh?
I do. Yeah, I do impulse buy quite a lot, actually.
That is a definite. But the price point at 129, is it 129 quid, I'm assuming, in the UK?
It was 120. Yeah. 120.
Yeah, they do life like now. They don't bother converting anything, do they?
Fuck it.
Yeah, 129 quid. It's low enough for that impulse buy, innit, I guess.
Oh, well, I just kind of thought, well, let's just see what all the fuss is about. If they're doing something, I was just interested. It was an interest cost. I was like, right, let's just get into it. All right, let's just have a look, see what it's like, and just judge for myself. Because if it works the way they say it's going to work, it's going to be pretty interesting. So I thought, why not? Why not give it a punt? Because you two ain't going to buy it.
No, I'm not going to buy it. Let me ask you
for this. Stu's the VR guinea pig. You're the guinea pig, and I'm the guinea pig for the missed book.
That does nothing.
You're the guinea pig for not playing anything new.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. How long can I not play
Far Cry, New Dawn. I don't want to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. It's
Mission 2, suck it.
That is true. It is true. He has played stuff. We just forget because he goes on about Rocket League so often.
Yeah.
So we do forget that you have played new stuff.
Just an update on E3. Phantasy Star 2 Online 2 has been announced for the Xbox. That seemed to go down very, very well. People were very excited about Phantasy Star Online 2. A game got announced called Crossfire. It kind of looks...
Play as Tucker Carlson or as the liberal dude, and you just trade barbs back and forth. See, that's very funny because there used to be a political talk show called Crossfire, and it was left wing and right wing, conservative and liberal, just arguing.
Unfortunately, Duke, it's not that. It's not that. It seems like some sort of military Tom Clancy stuff. I don't think it is Tom Clancy, but it kind of looks like it. That's 2020. And then Tales of Arise or something. The Tales games is an RPG. Do we know the Tales games? They're JRPGs.
Heard of? I've never played.
There's Tales of Vesperia, and there's quite a few Tales games.
Yeah, so there's another Tales game.
I've played a couple of demos, but never been that impressed. If I'm being totally honest.
And then the other thing that they just showed was Borderlands 3. So do we care about Borderlands 3?
I'm finding it hard to be interested in at this point. I am.
I like the Borderlands games, but I never played the pre-sequel, so I should play that first. I'm always behind on these things. That's why I'm always playing old games.
Yeah, I mean, I think the original Borderlands was kind of a thing of its time, and it was a little bit like Left 4 Dead in some sense. Like we were just all playing it, weren't we? When that came out.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, for me, I can't see Borderlands 3 being anything that we haven't already played in Borderlands 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer with the gun turret and it has legs, and I'm like, yeah, that's very cute, but it isn't like, completely blowing me away. I don't know. I think the jury is out. I'm not making any strong judgments either way on Borderlands 3, but I was never a massive fan of them. But
I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of a bit over franchises at this point, and sequels and stuff. I just want something new and interesting, not something I've seen before already. I mean, like the Gears look pretty cool, but it's just Gears. It's just more Gears, man. And I'm kind of just like, meh. I want to see something cool.
Who's From Software? What do they do?
From Software have done all the Souls games, all that kind of stuff.
They've just announced a game called Elden Ring.
Yeah, this has already been leaked, so this is in conjunction with George R.R. Martin, creator of Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Everyone's gonna die, and you're gonna be miserable because there's no justice in the world.
Yeah, it looked pretty good actually. I've got to say. So
there's no gameplay though.
No, but and let's be honest, we know it's going to be incredibly hard. So Robin will be definitely playing this game.
Elden Ring, everyone.
Elden Ring. People thought it was called Elden Rings, by the way, so they got it slightly wrong, only slightly.
Oh, how could you get it so wrong?
I know, got an extra S that wasn't actually on it.
It might be. I might have just written it down wrong.
No, it definitely was Elden Ring.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. But it looked pretty impressive. But again, like you say,
are we ready to move on?
No, there was one more thing actually. Just bear with me. Let me go back to my news. Bungie actually, weirdly, this is kind of funny because obviously Destiny 2 with all its expansions, whatever, blah blah blah, is launching with the Stadia. But they're also bringing a free-to-play version of Destiny 2 in September.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when it transitions over to Steam, in September, they're going to bring a free version of it called New Light, Destiny 2 New Light.
Might be a smart
free to play, man.
Idea. Okay.
That'll be kind of interesting.
Darren Sim in the chat says, "Will that be exclusive to Xbox? Do you think?" He's talking about Elden Ring. I don't think so.
You have to be so careful because Xbox has a habit of making it look like it's exclusive to
them.
No,
they say world premiere, console exclusive, premiere exclusive. They muddy the waters, and
they mix it all up a bit.
That's a purpose. That's an on-purpose tactic. So you associate that game with the brand of Xbox.
Yeah.
I would say, just using my smart man hat on. Sorry.
Go.
Elden Ring is probably not an exclusive.
Yeah, no, it'll be on everything, I would imagine. I'll be very shocked if that's only on the Xbox.
But I'm happy to be wrong.
Yeah, it won't be at this stage. First-party developers are the only ones that are really bringing exclusives now to consoles. It's very unusual for a third-party developer to do a console exclusive now. The last of which was probably the Tomb Raider game. So interesting. Oh, way up. Here we go. And then maybe he's announcing now the new console. He's done the controller. So
there might be a new console announcement as we speak. Yeah, but he was talking about earlier, just before this, the xCloud system. So like you can log in anywhere and also log in through your console, so you can access like xCloud through your console. It's not just a PC, it's not just a console, not just a mobile. It's really all the above. So I think it's.
And their mission was to create the future of games.
There you go. So we'll have to let this play out for a little bit before we find out.
Anyway, we'll carry on. Shall we move on to emails?
Yes.
I think we should.
Whoa, that ruled.
Did I tell y'all that Strong Bad tweeted at me?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because somebody had done a cross stitch about something from a Strong Bad email once upon a time, and I said, "Hey, that's pretty cool. You know, I did a cross stitch of your buddy Double."
You did say this. You told us last week. You did.
It's a good story. I'm going to tell it again. No, I'm not.
Yeah, go. Carry on.
No.
Emails.
Emails, yes. And yes, the first one this week is off Matt Bond.
Yeah.
Who is also related to James, incidentally.
No.
Not done that joke already. Anyway, he says this. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
It's been a while since I've been able to regularly listen to the show.
Well, we're glad
due to a hectic couple of years. It's great to see you are still growing strong and growing in popularity.
Yeah, and we're making money now, too, thanks to Chinny.
Making cash, cold hard cash. Since changing jobs and having a long bus commute, I've found myself with plenty of time to enjoy daily doses of veteran gamers' goodness. Thank you for making the hours fly by and for giving me something to smile about when I'm surrounded by fellow bus wankers and the idiot drivers trying to overtake. Just thought I would email in with a quick question, and being a massive Red Dead fan, I thought I would make it Red Dead related.
Yeah, let's hear it.
If you could choose one member of Dutch's gang to fight alongside with you in an epic showdown against a rival gang, who would you pick and why? Now, this is difficult for you because he has no clue. Chinny, who would you pick?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
I know you're looking at the Xbox thing, aren't you?
Go on, say that again. You got all my attention. Go. Very quickly, go.
The question is, if you could choose one of Dutch's gang to fight alongside you in a showdown.
Oh, okay. In Red Dead. Yeah, I read this email. Sorry. All right. Okay. Yeah. I think it'd be the Irish fella. What's his name? I think it's Irish.
Just Irish. We'll just go with that because it's that long since I've played the game. I'm like, I don't remember.
Red Dead 2. What's his name?
Come on, find it out. What is his name?
I think it is Irish.
Is that literally?
No, Sean Maguire. Sean Maguire.
Show me the money.
Sean Maguire.
Show me the money.
Yeah, I would have him. He was funny. I really liked him.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's who you would choose.
Who would you have, Duke?
Yeah, Duke.
I don't know. Red Daddy McDaddy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Red Daddy McDaddy.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
What about John Marston? I'll have him.
John Marston. I guess, he's there.
See?
He's
there.
Name.
Yeah, I got an answer, don't I?
Yeah, I just think he's such a different character in that than he is in the original Red Dead Redemption. It's just so weird.
Yeah.
I'd go along with Darren in the chat, and I would say Sadie.
Sadie is pretty badass.
She is. She's just the best character in the game. I love her. I love going out doing stuff with her. Doing her missions because she's just so mad as a bag of wasps, man, as they say. So yeah, it'd have to be Sadie for me. So there you go.
They've just announced the new sort of project name. Sorry, are we halfway through his email?
No, we've only got a little bit of it left to read.
So we'll finish the email.
Back.
Finish the email, Stu. Come on.
Finish the email.
Right.
It's only a very quick thing. He says, also, where on the map would you choose as a setting?
I know the answer to that. That would be Tumbleweed.
Right, where's that?
Tumbleweed is in the first game, and it's also in the second game. And it's you don't go to it really in Red Dead 2, but it's one of the it's an absolute dead town.
I remember it.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's
got like a haunted house in it.
It has. It's really cool place.
Very good.
Cool place. Anyway, it says all the best and keep doing what you're doing, Matt. Right, let's go back. Console, tell me about it, Chinny. What's happening?
So Project Scarlet is what they're calling it at the moment. It's going to be 4 times faster than the Xbox One. It's going to have an SSD in it, so that means faster loading times. So the PlayStation, Sony sort of recently talked about SSD drives instead of disk-based drives because they reduced a 15-second load time on Spider-Man to 0.8. So it drastically reduces things like loading in, rendering in, all sorts of crazy stuff.
I think it's kind of interesting that both Xbox and PlayStation have used Spider-Man as a benchmark for loading times.
No, Xbox didn't use it.
Oh, right.
I'm saying that's an example of how good the loading times are. That's the only reference I really have. I think I just read that the Project Scarlet will launch with Halo, and they're showing Halo now on the screen. But the other things, I suppose, SSD technology supports 8K. They also talked about it being sort of transformable, so it's not just the console. You'll be able to stream through the console. So it's it sounds like to me they're going through this. Yes, we do want to go the xCloud route. That's probably where Game Pass is going to go, but we're still in the console race kind of strategy.
You see, I'm watching this trailer now.
This is Halo.
I know it is. I get you. It just reminds me so much of that Star Wars thing they showed. Do you remember that Star Wars 20, whatever it was, or 30 something? Had 2 numbers. Can't remember now. But it reminds me so much of that, and that never happened. So,
Was it awesome? Oh, 13.
13, was it?
13, yeah.
Yeah, and that looked incredible. And it was like, that looks amazing. Never happened. So, we'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, this looks cool, but it's all pre-rendered, and fuck knows what it's actually really running on.
We don't know, yeah.
We just don't know. This is E3. Remember, people, it's E3. Yeah. We'll see what happens, but yeah. This is look, this is amazing.
Well, thanks so much for the email.
Are there other emails, or are we just
Yes, thank you. Sorry, but look, it's a big announcement, Duke. Calm down. It's a big announcement.
I'm excited to talk about this stuff, Duke.
No, I'm saying, look, I'm sorry. It's not the E3 that's bugging me. It's Stu saying the same thing over and over again. It never happened. It just never happened. We were excited about it, and then it never happened.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're just going off experience of previous E3s, Duke, which is why you never get excited
and then move on.
Right. Okay. God, I hate E3 because Duke hates E3. Anyway, next email. What a thrill hearing my name as I drove. Hello, veteran gamers.
Hello.
I just wanted to write back to give my utmost thanks for reading out my email on your podcast a couple of weeks ago.
You're welcome, but we don't have time for this one, so moving on.
And the shout out a week later. It was such a thrill hearing my name as I crawled home along the M62. And although my talking point...
Crawl home on the M62, don't do that.
And although my talking point didn't exactly set the conversational world alight, games you were reluctant to play because of bad word of mouth, but ended up being great, it still didn't stop me, my shaking with glee as I heard my email expertly read aloud by the Stewmeister. I've never been called that in my life.
He's never read anything expertly aloud. So
no, I haven't. But alas, Duke keeps interrupting the emails all the time.
I don't interrupt emails. What are you talking about?
He didn't really say that. I just said that. I've come to somewhat of a problem. I've only gone and ran out of all available episodes on Apple Podcast. Are there more available somewhere else? What I would give to hear episode 1, the Phantom Podcast. Is it still available in the increasingly porn-dominated realms of cyberspace? It would fascinate me to hear the progress made from your rough and amateurish first episode all the way to your ultra-slick, spur no expense sound effect bonanza that is a modern-day veteran gamers podcast. So, I did reply to his email and let him know that if he goes to Podbean, which not a lot of people realise, if you go to Podbean, you can listen back to, well, there are a few episodes before episode 1 of the Veteran Gamers, if you really want to go back that far. So, yeah, so I've sent him a link, and obviously you have to download the Podbean app. It's probably the easiest.
And I think what you need is a didactic Sincast, because there's dozens of those, baby.
Yeah, dozens.
You don't hear me talking the whole time. Oh, boy. But there's some interviews on there, though. I interviewed Sarah Schulman. I interviewed Mala Ghoshal. I interviewed Richard Webster. I interviewed Sophia Ali Khan. And there's some other good interviews, too. Shay Crowell. There's some good stuff. Check those out.
There you go.
Nice.
Anyway, to carry on.
That on the E3 screen here.
What were the news reviews in Indie Picks of that day? Plus the Day 1 Duke Edition episode. I want to hear that too. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
That's actually not available on the internet, I don't think.
No, it isn't. It is no longer available.
No.
What was Duke playing before Rocket League? There's a good question.
Skyrim.
What were you playing before Rocket League?
Skyrim.
What was you playing before Skyrim?
Skyrim, there you go.
Peggle, I remember Peggle because I know that was the first thing I ever contacted people about.
Peggle.
Heavy Rain, obviously, is that something I played back in the day?
Famously.
He did, very
go
famously.
find episode 9, people. It was 9.
Is that the one he's on? Episode 9, there you go. It's a classic.
Classic.
And
it almost didn't happen. Stu was like, no, we don't have time for it. I was like, shut up, Stu, I'm doing this.
Oh, you definitely did do it. There is no doubt that you did it. Anyway, he does carry on. It's one of those questions that science has yet to find an answer for, like who built the pyramids?
Yeah.
Please source more episodes for me because I'm currently re-listening to the available episodes again.
Wow.
What am I supposed to do after that? Listen to the radio? Fuck off. I could listen to them a third time, but that is really just sad.
If there's Podbeam, have an app that you can do all that stuff with. So.
Yeah, I did tell him that. So when I emailed him, I let him know I'll listen via Podbean and whatever. So yeah, he probably won't be hearing this because he'll be listening to episode 1 or something instead of this. Crazy man. Anyway, I'll leave you today with a couple of quick fire points I wanted to respond to about your previous episodes. You probably have no memory of now.
Yeah.
Duke mentioned how much it annoyed him when people film on their phone vertically, which he was referring to me at the time, I do remember. Yeah. I screamed out, yes, when I heard that. There is a special place in hell for people who don't film horizontally, like the whole of cinema has. Thought you fill the fucking screen, people. Yeah, that's me, so I'm going to go to hell, apparently. I forgot the others. I'll write them down during my next playthrough. Plus, this email is getting epic. Thank you again. Till next time, Jay.
Oh, I was looking forward to him saying, episode 3, you said this. You said that.
Yeah.
Star Wars is the best franchise ever.
Can we sound clip that?
There you go.
Any update on the console release? Do we get any dates? Or anything like that?
Holiday 2020 is apparently when the console new releases, and the Halo Infinite trailer was fine. It's just the Master Chief jumping out of a ship.
Brilliant. Right, we've got some speak pipes, which I've forwarded on to you. Let's listen to those.
Speak
pipe. It's the way to leave a message for us.
And the first speak pipe is from Lewis, and here it comes.
When you're in the OC podcast Minecraft realm, have you ever thought to yourself, I really wish there was a big building made of glass that served no purpose and nobody wanted or asked for and took ages to make?
I'm sorry, that's actually everything in every Minecraft game, so you have to be more specific.
Hi, I'm Lewis Goodwill, also known by my friends as Gooders, and many other names, as I've previously mentioned. Technica Corporation is pleased to announce a new build commencing at some point of based on the glass headquarters of the Ford company. It's going to be big and it's going to be awesome. So just come on down to Technica Town. Come on down, just follow the Bongo Railway until you see the sign telling you to go right. You can come on down now. There's not much there, but soon it will be. So just pop on over. It's not that far away. You come on down.
And that's the end of the speak pipe.
No, there's a second one, so I guess you carry on.
Oh my god! I think Lewis is drunk.
I think he was. Well, let's hear his second
It's
one.
the least enthusiastic ad ever. Come on down.
Come on, there's things that gay.
All right, here comes the second one now. This is a minute 11.
Hey, veterans, it's Lewis. So I've been playing this week on the LC podcast Minecraft realm, and I have to say, this pretty cool town I found called Technica Town.
I heard you're making a glass building.
You should, if you're in the area, you know, your stuff's pretty awesome, but I'm going to be building my magnum opus, or whatever it's called, I don't know. The Ford building soon. So, yeah, in the advert, it says it all there. You should just come on down. It's really cool. There's no more fire that wiped out like all but one of my buildings, which was quite upsetting. But yeah, I've visited the statue of Chinny or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I tried to find Springfield, but I couldn't. I was going to tell you about my new building on the WhatsApp chat, but nobody added me to it, so I'm on here instead.
I need your number, Lewis.
Yeah, really. And as for Springfield, you go into the portal at the home base at the workshop there, and then you take a right, and then you go down that little tunnel, and then it's on your left. That's how you get to Springfield.
Sounds simple, to be fair.
I need to make a tunnel. I want to make like a drop down like ladder so you don't have to leave the inside part of the nether. I hate being outside in the nether because I'm always worried a ghast is going to destroy me, but whatever. Here's the rest of Lewis's speak pipe.
So if you're in the area, please come in. Please come down to Technical Town if I'm in, because like I'm really lonely. Anyway, I'll see you later, lads. Have a good week.
All right, thanks, Lewis.
Yeah, well, I did good.
I like Lewis.
I do. He's very funny.
He makes me laugh.
His advert, I've got to say, was excellent.
It was
really,
great.
really good. It's
Good
top advert, man.
All right.
Anyway,
final speak pipe is from Derek Sainz.
Derek Sainz.
1:30. Here we go. Under pressure.
Hey, veteran gamers, it's Derek Sainz back again, and I thought I'd just send you this speak pipe to let you know that I'll be off the podcasting scene for a little while, at least email-wise and speak pipe-wise. I've got some pretty serious family business to take care of, and in addition to that, I've got a feeling that over the next week or maybe two, I'm going to have to move house, and I'm sure anyone who's recently moved house knows it's a pretty stressful business.
Yes.
I think Chinny's moved fairly recently, so I'm sure he knows what I'm talking about.
In fact, I saw something that said that like loss of a family member, divorce, and moving house are like the three most stressful things humans have to go through. So good luck with that, Derek.
Yeah, it's true. Terrible.
And I'm hoping anyone from the Boss Wave listening or the Entertain Nerds will hear this and understand why I'll not be in touch over the next few weeks. I might be back in touch maybe in a couple of weeks or a month, maybe. I'm not sure exactly, but I'll be back in touch sometime, not too distant future.
Yay.
And since I'm talking about moving house, I know Chinny's moved recently, as I said, so I'm just looking for some top tips on how to make moving house easier. And I think that's probably about it. So until I get in touch next time, I'll just say, of course, keep on gaming.
And good luck dealing with your pressure.
Indeed.
I must say David Bowie's finest moment, though, is from Extras. Whoops, that's not the mute button anymore.
Wow.
Sorry.
That was a new sound effect altogether there.
Yeah, me coughing is a great sound.
Yeah.
Did y'all see Extras where David Bowie was on?
Sad fate, little pug man.
A fat. No, wait. Let me try again.
Fat nose.
The pudgy little dork man, sad little man.
Pug.
Yeah, beautiful. Everybody, come on, sad little man. Yeah. Anyway, so here's a tip that I learned from one of my first moves as an adult. If you find a really, really big box, don't just put all your books in that box. It will be incredibly heavy and impossible to move.
That is true.
I can't. My mom used to say when we were growing up, she used to say, "I can't believe y'all are so smart at school and so stupid at home."
I've got a top tip for moving house.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, don't get a sofa that's so big that you have to take your window out to get it in the house.
That's a leitmotif in your whole existence. Cutting open PC cases, taking out your window.
This is my top tip, right? That if I could go back in time and move house again, the thing that I would do differently is pay people to move my shit for me.
Yeah, that does make a big difference. Can I also say, label all your shit, obviously, when you do your box reviews. I'm sure you're going to do anyway, Derek. But also, the stuff you need first, make sure that goes in last.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Your enemas should be in a separate box right up front.
Yeah. So anything like, really important, like, say, games consoles, etc., they need to go in last, because that's the first thing you're going to need when it gets to the destination.
Don't forget about your enemas.
Yeah. Yeah, don't forget about the enemas.
Well, I hope Derek is okay.
Yeah,
and
good luck, dude.
gets through whatever he's getting through.
That's right.
I still think it's a bit lazy that you're not sending speak pipes, but that's fine. I'll forgive you, and we'll just get through it, Derek. I won't think less of you. Put it that way.
Yeah, I will. I'm thinking less of him.
No,
already.
any more less of him, should I say?
Oh, okay.
So there you go. No, but I hope you're okay,
Yeah,
Derek.
thanks, Derek.
And
hope it all goes well for you.
Hope you stop being lazy soon. Thank you very much.
Right.
You do.
What do I look? A guy who's not lazy.
So, before we go to shout-outs, Chinny.
Yes.
Views on Xbox E3.
I think Xbox, they went in because they went in with like extra confidence because they knew they wouldn't have the Sony problem that they have every year, where Sony they seem to trump them quite often, because believe it or not, Sony make very, very sexy trailers of good games, and I think Xbox sort of came out firing all cylinders, literally like cylinders, like pyro on the stage, and all sorts
there
of
were
stuff.
flames and everything.
Flames and everything. They just absolutely went for it, and I think they took the news of Sony not being there, and they probably turned it up even more. I would say, that Sony not be they did the opposite of what Sony did, which is interesting because why not? I guess I thought it was a good show. I thought Microsoft showed well. They definitely showed things that I was interested in, and I definitely know things that I didn't know that's useful to me. So I think that's a good show. I think I'm interested in Xbox's future from now on. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask you, what do you think about the new console announcement? Because that's, I guess, the biggest thing that they've announced.
I'm not that bothered about it. I never really buy consoles at launch.
Apart from Stadia.
Stadia is an experiment, though. We don't know what it is. We
don't know what it is. What is it?
I don't know what it is.
What is it?
I bought it more for sort of academic reasons, to be honest. But yeah, I kind of feel like I'm not even done with this generation, but I felt like that last generation because I'm now an adult and I just don't get time to play the games I want to play. So I honestly would love if the games industry just stopped releasing games for like 4 years, so I can just catch up. But I know that's not going to happen. So no, it looks okay. I mean, 4 times quicker. The faster loading times intrigue me. So the new consoles from Sony and Microsoft, if they're going to have faster loading times, is that might dramatically change a lot of stuff rather than prettier graphics. So interested, not like, oh my god, I need to like buy it day one, because I never do. But yeah, I think Microsoft had a good show. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. I mean, obviously it's been hard because we've been podcasting and trying to watch it at the same time, which is probably not the best thing to do.
No.
But the bits I've seen, like 12 minutes, is probably the most interesting thing I've seen.
12 minutes look cool. 12 minutes look cool.
I did look very cool. That is right in my wheelhouse.
Shall we make a commitment and watch the rest, Stu? Because the rest
There's not
of
a lot to come, is there? It's only Ubisoft.
Bethesda,
Ubisoft. Bethesda.
Hey, there might be a new screenshot of a mountain for Elder Scrolls 6, man.
Well, we'll watch the ones that are left, Stu, and we'll talk about them next week. How about that?
We will do, because Duke is not going to be doing that.
Next week, I'm going to be completely plastered and drunk off my ass because I'll be celebrating the start of summer. So watch out, people. I'm going to be incoherent and noisy. Yeah.
He's going to do a stew.
I'm like every week. Damn it.
There you go. Right, we better do some shout-outs, I guess.
It's time for a shout-out. Hey!
Yeah, so Duke, we'll go with you first. Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out Antonio, even though I haven't really had any interaction with him at all this week. Oh yeah, he graduated. Duh, that's a big shout out. I think he did that last week, but whatever. Congratulations again, and also congratulations to who was it that wrote in? Lewis sent the speak pipe.
James Butler.
James. Yeah, thanks, James.
There's somebody else.
Matt
as well.
Right.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks to everybody who wrote in. We love people being part of the community. And shout out to Stu and Chinny because, it's fun to chat with y'all. And I know I give y'all a hard time about E3, but I appreciate your patience with me while I grade these papers. And like I said, shout out to summer because it's coming, baby. Woo!
What are you have plans every summer? Do you have little projects and stuff? I'm always fascinated, genuinely interested in what you do on your summer projects this year.
A friend from East Timor going to be hanging out for a day. Who's sending me texts? Go away, Diane. Yeah, so we're going to see her. That's going to be really cool. I have a book about teaching. I am sick of trying to get it published through legit publishers. I'm just going to put it out myself, and I'm going to start marketing that this summer, and I'm going to finish writing my novel about the woman creating the library after the zombie apocalypse. So those are my biggest plans over the summer. There's some smaller stuff, too. I'm going to kind of revamp the VG Hub and kick out the people who are inactive and stuff like that.
It's not going to be as big as last year when you came to the UK, but I'm guessing
right. Well, nothing's ever going to be as big as that.
Nothing's going to be as big as that.
Oh my God! Could come over here in 10 years.
A little bit about
shout at me in real life.
A little bit about EGX this year. EGX is already looking pretty hectic. So the way it's going down is we've got a shared accommodation now.
I've seen this.
For Egypt. Me and Bongo are in the planning stages of it, and he's booked the shared accommodation, and it's already booked up, so there's no space, I don't think. I think we might even need sleeping beds.
Well, we're doubling up slightly.
I think there's blow-up beds involved and all sorts of stuff.
In a 12-person place.
Yeah, I think 16 would be the max, but I'm not sure how it's going to go down. So, and we have, not only do we have Greg DeLacy coming, but we also have Sev McNitt coming.
I know,
as well.
I've seen this.
So nice. So it's pretty cool that we've got all these people coming at the same time. It's going to be pretty big, and I think it's going to be our biggest crowd in terms of gathering VG hubbers all together in one place.
It's going to be fucking crazy.
And I'm pretty sure Bongo is arranging some sort of night place for us to do, because when EGX is done, we've got to go somewhere and do stuff. So we'll be doing stuff.
Well, can I just say, we're going to have to behave, because Airbnb, actually, the people who own the places rate you as well. So it's kind of a bit of a two-way rating system.
Yeah, well, we will behave. We'll behave. We're a bunch of nerds. We're not fucking a stag do. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, I've seen some of these bunch of nerds out on a night out at the midlife gamer party. I know what people get like.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But no, we'll be all right. But so that's exciting. I'm really excited for EGX this year.
Yeah.
And are you gonna make your way down? I know you're not going to the show, Stu, but
it's still on the cards. It's still on the cards because the person who's been off long-term sick at work is possibly coming back in July.
Oh, okay.
So it's possible now. I've booked the dates down, so the dates are booked.
Yeah.
So hopefully, once I've got confirmation, I can get some train tickets organised. And still waiting for press passes, by the way. It's still
I checked the press passes.
Yeah, I check on a weekly basis just to see what's happening. It's still like, we'll come back later. It's nothing happening.
I'm sure you'll let me know when they're.
I will. I'm keeping my eye out. It's a bit odd though, isn't it? A bit weird this year.
Maybe they're just doing it differently. I mean, they're not gonna not do them. Do you know what I mean?
No, but it just seems odd though, doesn't it? That there's still no word of it. It's very odd.
Very strange, but I'm sure
very strange indeed.
I don't think the press audience is massive. It's probably thousands, not like hundreds of.
Yeah, so hopefully not. Well, I can't see it. We've never struggled before, and there shouldn't be any problems. Just waiting, really. Just a waiting game. And that's what my shout out was going to be. It was to Bongo and you, obviously, for sorting out all this stuff. And yeah, everybody's getting ready. It's going to be an exciting time.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. So I've got to get down there. I've got to do it. So
I think even if you can't do the shifts thing, you said you was going to make your way down there somehow to see Greg.
I will make it one way by hook or by crook.
Have you met Seth before as well? I don't think you met Seth.
No, I've missed him. He has been a couple of times, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been here twice. I've met Seth twice.
Yeah, but I just miss him.
The Americans who will have met Brit VG Hubbers will be Seth, me,
and Greg.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, Amarath. She's
Okay.
She's
Who did you meet?
Bongo.
Oh, okay.
She went to Edinburgh, and
True. Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Rock on, people. It's an overseas connection, literally.
It is directly.
That's right.
Directly done.
Have you been listening to Fraser's podcast?
I haven't. No.
You don't listen to podcasts much anyway.
I don't listen to them anymore. I just listen to books. I'm a book man.
So Fraser's podcast is it? It's not SEAL Team 6. It's let's have a look at it.
G, is it?
Oh, I saw this on Twitter. I didn't realize that was him.
It's called the SEAL Podcast. The SEAL. It's not just about PUBG. But those.
Is it about Kiss for a Rose and like we're gonna have to survive?
It's about the Kiss for a Rose and the Batman Forever movie.
Yeah.
Which that song was written for. And they just talk about that constantly. It's very weird.
All right.
There you go. And that's it. I guess we're done. Need to get the hell out of here.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you.
Don't be darn stupid. They fill us with romantic hatred and revenge fantasy.
Apparently,
correct. The best kind of correct.
Go ahead. Technically,
according to DJ Murgatroyd, they accidentally sent our press passes to the veterinary gamers by mistake.
That's fine.
What? Is that a thing?
Apparently, don't know. So there you go. That's why we haven't got them, Chinny. They've gone to the wrong place.
I can live with that.
Yeah. The veterinary gamers, I think they'll love it.
I didn't want to fucking go anyway.
No, didn't. Me neither. That's it, I guess, guys. I've got to go because I'm going to go and fucking slash some blocks on Beat Saber because I can't stop playing that game.
These papers for the last time this year. What? This is in some ways this is better than the first day of summer. Not really, but that feeling of anticipation. There's nothing like it. It's the furthest possible time before more school.
Yeah, the first day of summer.
Got my summer playlist ready to go. It's all down.
You only have about 6 tracks on it, though, man. That's no good.
What?
Yeah, how many tracks do you have on your playlist?
I got like 30.
God, that's how
I made a playlist for each season. I did a search on Spotify for all the songs that have the word summer, autumn, winter, and spring in. And then I did some searches for the months in those seasons. And then I did a search for printemps, which is spring in French, and I did a search for hiver, which is get all the Bon Iver songs, but whatever. So I love these playlists. They're introducing me to a lot of music. You get a little country, you get a little classical. Vivaldi, of course, is the 4 seasons. It's a good playlist. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's right. Yeah.
Totally go with that.
And that's the end of the show.
Boom.
Saving. What did we say? 492.
Yeah. 492.
Yeah.
Jawohl. Have you ever listened to a group or band, I don't know what you call it, to be fair, called 07 Duke?
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I think I had a disc from them once upon a time.
I think you would like 07 is very chilled and summery. I like 07 in the summer.
I might have. I'm going to look right now.
Oh, Duke, I've thought of you yesterday about music.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Ugly Duckling?
Nope.
Okay, cool. They're like old school hip hop, but they're new.
Okay. Cool.
Along with Groove Armada.
Listen to them now, Duke.
Yeah, sure. Never mind. I'll listen to Groove Armada. And obviously, in my terrible northern accent, which is a great
air.
Air is in breathing the air.
These albums look like the ones that I bought.
07 are great. I love 07. The first album, Simple Things, is just such a great album.
Simple Things. It's just the simple.
It's just so chilled. It's one of my favorite chilled albums.
Cool. I'll check it out.
Check it out, man.
Make a note here. 07.
Ugly Duckling.
Never mind that ugly duckling shit. What are they like? What do they do? What does it sound like?
Old school.
Just said they're old school hip hop, but they're new.
All right, okay. I'll give them a listen. I like anything like that. Right, I've got to go, people. Got to go to bed and go to work in the morning.
Peace.
Cool.
And I'll speak to you guys next week.
See you later.
See you later. Bye.
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 The Slicer. Hey guys, just a quick question. Your views on the new Capcom console? I don't know much about it. They're all in on that Dog's Life remake. When does I don't know when Bethesda starts. E3 live schedule. Let's have a look. Here. 9 people watching. Hello. Everybody okay? There's not going to be much more of this stream, by the way. It's just me sitting here in my pants. Right. Bethesda starts. We need British time. British time. It's no good to be given to American time. Can't work that out. Bollocks. Come on. Bethesda. 1 a.m. No, okay. Oh, 1 a.m. Fuck. 1 a.m. So you can stay at 1:30 it says. Ubisoft is Devolver Digital is 3 a.m. Fuck that. Ubisoft is on Monday, 9 p.m. And then Square Enix is 2 a.m. And Nintendo, Tuesday, 5 p.m. There you go. Oh, Tim Kelly's in the chat, telling everybody what it is. Snooker 20 to be announced. Yeah, right. No chance. No chance. That'd be funny though. That's not the right animation for that. Was it? Thanks for watching. See if we can get the right thing up on the screen. Hey everyone, how we doing? Are we okay? Are we good? That one. Total. Putting. What walking simulator should I play right now? Firewatch, Gone Home. What Remains of Edith Finch? Or Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I think the only one that I really like out of those, I did like Gone Home. I don't really like walking simulators, but I did like Gone Home. And I did like Firewatch. I thought Gone Home was better. So I would vote for Gone Home. My God. I don't know what. I'm playing Minecraft and I don't know why, but there's just chickens. Just fucking chickens. Everywhere. Chickens everywhere. It's the Archers meets the Twilight Zone. Oh, that'd be funny. Okay, thanks, Jenny. No problem. I got a sheep on my fucking door. Why is all these fucking chickens coming out of nowhere? Fucking idiots. Oh my God. Just so many chickens. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's the problem with all these chickens. So what do I need? I don't what the bloody Oh, I'm playing Minecraft. So can I show you Minecraft? No. I might be able to. I did